Greetings, this is Tirra, your goddess guru, here to share a word of inspiration to assist you on your life's journey. It's all about the journey. The destinies, they do matter because it is the destinies that we seek that give us an opportunity to take the journey. But along our way to our destinies, stuff comes up. You know what I mean? Sometimes the path to the destiny is not straight and narrow. It is curvy. It is windy. It is circular. So that's what the wisdom of the oracle is all about, assisting us in however we get there. We can use wisdom along the way, and that's what the oracle provides. So this week is February 6th, around that time. And this reading is good. I mean, if you listen to the wisdom that I speak today, you can use it at any time. But for sure, you can use it for the next 7 to 14 days. Just kind of depends on when I do the next reading. You can use the wisdom for as long as you want, baby. So, you know, it's in the middle of winter in the Northern Hemisphere, which is where I am. And it is after the new year that people, when we go according to the calendar. And so I'm wondering how people are doing right now. I'm wondering, are you feeling encouraged? All of the, 2012 is going to be the best year ever. It's the new me and all that kind of good stuff. How are you feeling right now? Guess what? All is not lost, okay? First of all, time is made up, all right? In the physical realm, we have created the concept of time because it helps us all to sort of operate on the same plane in the same manner. But we can't use physical time. We can't use calendars necessarily as an indicator to judge how we're doing. We can use them as indicators, but not to judge ourselves as good or bad, or are we progressing to where we want to go, all that kind of good stuff. So I just want to encourage you. I like cycles. I love the calendar. Don't get me wrong. The calendar works for me. But I also like using cycles. And so I always tell people in January, if you set your New Year's resolutions, use from January to March to tweak them. Did you set the right intentions? Are these really the intentions you want to work on? And what are the tasks that you need to do to get you to where you want to be? And so maybe you don't have that all figured out when you set your goals. And you can use this 3-month period, which is really winter. It's really a time of incubation period. It's a time for us to really just kind of bring ourselves together and game plan a little bit more and nurture ourselves to the point where we will be super energized and charged up for spring, which is a good time to really start running after your New Year's resolutions, whatever they are. So this week we have speaking to us, Amen. We also have speaking to us, Sekert. And that is from the oracle that was born out of the Egyptian spiritual system. And it is from the Metu Neter. And we have, and that is by Ra'un Nefer Amen. And we have from the Mayan oracle, Kib, spelled C-I-B. So Amen is the name of the supreme being. When we are looking at exactly what energy is this speaking, this would be known as God to most people, goddess to some other people. It is what I consider to be the supreme presence, neither male nor female, though when it begins to express itself, it does express itself in ways that have feminine and masculine qualities. I'm not one that subscribes to God being he or she, though I do believe in masculine energies, feminine energies, all that kind of good stuff. But this is the presence, beingness. This is the essence, the consciousness from which all of creation extends. I tell people we're made of God material, God fabric. You know, a lot of us look at ourselves as earth, and earth is who and what we are. And, you know, this is the year for us to really and truly understand the human side of ourselves. I did a reading for 2012, and you can find that here on my YouTube channel. And Gab was the energy that spoke this year. It is the energy of earth. And most of us see ourselves that way. However, the truth is, everything is the energy of the divine. Everything is consciousness in form. In the different levels of creation. We have the main thing that is really important for us to remember is that we're all energy. And we, some kind of way, and I don't all the time know how to explain it because I don't understand it all. All I know is some kind of way, the wisdom inherent in the divine, God, goddess, the wisdom inherent in the divine created a physical level of reality. And so what we have to remember, though, is that we insert our consciousness into our bodies. And part of inserting the consciousness into the body, part of what comes with that is forgetfulness. And so we live these lives in order to remember the truth that really we are consciousness in form. And that there's no limit to who and what we are, that we come here in this physical realm and there are different limits that we may experience on the physical level. But honestly, and I can't say I can prove it beyond 100%. All I can say is the more I extend myself, the more I realize wherever I thought I stopped in terms of my abilities, my powers, my knowledge, and knowing who and what I am, wherever I thought I stopped, I always can go beyond that. That's my experience. But there are people who I've read about, and I'm not saying I was there, but I've read about these people who know the truth of who and what they are in their bodies. They're still in their bodies. They have not left this physical realm yet, and they really and truly can do things that are mind-blowing and that are really and truly natural to who and what we are. But because we forget and we don't remember and we don't know how to access that deeper, more expansive power, so, you know, we think it's like this superhuman thing, and it is, but we all have the ability to do it. We just don't know it. So we all come here to remember the truth of who and what we are, to experience and to create great works and to have a good time and to help other people remember who they are. You know, it's all about that, helping others remember the truth of who and what we are. And so this week is a week where it's important for us to remember a natural state of being, and that is peace. What is taught is that the supreme being, that it doesn't have a personality. It doesn't, when we're at the most expansive form, and through meditation, if you've been here with me, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you can just kind of hear my words in the description and know this is a place where all of us can go. But this level of the divine knows no form. You know, we talk about nothing, but there is a place where we can go called no thing, no thingness, where it is so expansive that there's nothing. You don't hear anything, you don't feel anything, you don't think anything. It's beingness. Beingness is very important. We are human beings. And so a lot of us are into human doing, but we're really supposed to be. And that's why I talk about the fact that we are energy. Because whatever it is that we desire, we have to be that thing energetically first. We have to resonate energetically with whatever it is that we desire. We have to resonate with it energetically. We have to be it. And that's why we talk about oftentimes whatever you desire, you have to experience it in consciousness first, through your thoughts first, through your feelings. Excuse me. So when we're talking about the divine, so-called Amen by the Egyptians or the ancient commissions, we are talking about the divine, the supreme consciousness, the one power. It is so expansive, and I mean on that level, it's just energy, it's just consciousness. I mean, it's no other way to describe it. It's difficult for me to explain it, but those who've been there know what I'm talking about. And there's no differentiation. The only thing that really is there is peace. 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 That's what we are called to be this week. We're called to operate from our true center, which is peace. And what happens is, when you know the truth of the physical realm, nothing can move you. You know we're creating it all moment by moment through our thoughts. You know that though it may appear that something is happening to us on the physical level, that on the higher spiritual level, it's not happening. I mean, it just really and truly isn't happening. It's occurring. Whatever is occurring in your life right now is occurring to a very small part of you. You are so much more than what's happening to you right now. And so what we have to do is we have to find our center through meditation, through being quiet. But with Amen speaking in the negative is saying that there probably is going to be a lot of challenges this week for us in terms of being able to maintain peace. There are probably going to be a lot of things that happen that make us feel like we need to just lose it. But instead of losing it, what we need to do is to go within and to be quiet and to tap into our inner reserve, our peace. Choose peace this week. And where you find that you just can't choose peace, it's time to go emotional, however that looks. You just can't maintain your peace. That's an indicator for you to determine what has happened that is causing me to not be able to maintain my peace. Did something happen a while ago, in particular in our formative years, in our childhood, that maybe I have developed a certain way of thinking and operating from, and that is what is dictating why I do what I do today. Wherever we can't maintain peace, that's an indicator for us. So this is a week for us to be really quiet and to do our best to unplug. I'm a Facebook junkie. So that's a challenge for me. That's a huge challenge for me. I teach fitness classes, in particular Zumba. Who's quiet in Zumba? Not me. And then there's this whole social aspect afterwards. And I sell Avon. I got to hustle. Okay, I got to talk and chat. But the thing about, okay, I homeschool my kids. I'm constantly surrounded by people. I feel like I'm constantly on the go. But when I receive these challenges, what it reminds me of is what is really and truly most important. And what is most important is me remaining centered and operating from my place of peace. Okay? Because when you get quiet and when you choose to not be too busy and all that kind of good stuff, like so many of us are, what begins to happen is you can actually hear what it is that you're supposed to do in your life. What it is you can actually begin to hear, this is what you need to let go of. Or this is what you need more of in your life. If you need some perspective, you can hear that perspective. And so that's a benefit of getting quiet, is because you can actually hear the voice of the divine within you. Sekert spoke, and so what Sekert is, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. It talks about our spiritual power. This is a week for us to operate from our power. You have to know that you have unlimited power. And though you may not feel like you have full access to that power, if you know you have it, it's going to keep you moving. It's going to make you say, I will never quit. I will continue to work on whatever it is I feel like I need to work on. So this is a week for us to really and truly tap the power within. You are not powerless. Why are you giving away your power? Okay? That's a lie. Whatever's going on in your life, it's your fault. Don't blame anybody. I'm sorry. I used to be the supreme victim, so I can talk about the victims of the world. And one day I decided every hole I find myself in, I put myself there. When I'm real with myself. And if, I don't worry about people trying to backstab me or get me. When I start feeling paranoid like that, I start telling myself, so you're falling for the lie that someone can get you? That someone else has more power in your life than you do? That's not true. Don't walk around scared and paranoid of anything or anybody happening to you. You know what? Whatever goes down, you can handle it. If you find someone has done something to hurt you or wrong you, choose the right perspective. I tell myself all the time, what people do is a reflection on them. What I do is a reflection on me. And if something happens and what they did messes up my plans, blah, 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 guess what? I'm just going to deal with it. Let's stop crying about whatever is not going right. Now, let's just fix it. How about this? Some of the biggest challenges in your life may be, in fact, opportunities for you, for me, to see that really I can do this. If I tap the power of God within me, which is me. See, don't stop separating yourself from the power of God. There is no separation between you and God in the first place. So there's no separation between you and the power of the divine. It appears that way. Don't access it. Don't try to access it. And guess what, baby? You will feel powerless. But when you're ready, open yourself up and watch miracles become your normal way of life. Okay? Try this. Stop saying negative things to yourself. Stop letting negative mantra be what you fill your mind with. Oh, I'm this and I'm that and I can't do this and I can't do that and I'm not lovable and I don't have this and I don't have that. Let's stop that. And instead, let us say to ourselves the things that we need to hear over and over and over. I am abundance. Let's try that one. I am abundance. I am abundance. You say that enough, and guess what? The abundance faculty within you will, in fact, open. It'll be mind-blowing how much you have just showering down on you. Abundance, abundance, abundance. Okay? Same with love. Oh, it's the month of February. I don't know where in the world besides America people talk about Valentine's Day, but folks love Valentine's Day in this country. And I love love. So I'm not knocking anybody that's into Valentine's Day. But some people don't feel lovable. They don't feel loved. I am love. Love loves me. Love, 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 love. Just keep going on and on. Listen to stuff about love. Watch all these romantic movies about love. Not from a place of lack, please, people, but from a place of, I'm going to open this up inside of me. And before you know it, the power of love inside of you will open up in such a magnificent way. And guess what? The greatest love you can experience is love of self. When you love you, you don't care who loves you. You really don't. When you love you, you just want to love everybody. And for some crazy reason, all of a sudden, everybody will love you. It just happens. Some of the most loved people in the world are people who they love themselves and they can't help but love other people. And the next thing you know, everybody loves them. So attune yourself to the energy of love by going over love, love. Say it, love, 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 or whatever it is. Okay? Mantra, M-A-N-T-R-A. Look up mantra. Those are basic, simple words that I gave you. I mean, there's like a science to this, okay? There's some mantra that you can use to cure your body, whatever. Do some research. Don't just buy my word for it, because I don't want y'all to say I tried it out and it didn't work. Now, that's on you. I want you to look it up for yourself and make your own decision about what you want to do. But anyway, mantra work. Boundaries. I've talked about this recently. We need boundaries, y'all. Some of us need to put some boundaries on ourselves. Stop wondering about what other folks are doing to your boundaries. Do you have good boundaries with yourself? I struggle with that. I need to learn to say no. Okay? I need to. And it's not necessarily no to anything big. Sometimes I need to say no to Facebook. I mean, it's just simple. I'm being real with y'all. I got a Facebook issue that I am going to get under control. But, I use it as a networking marketing tool, and it works. So it keeps me posting stuff or whatever. But I do spend unnecessary time on there, and then I end up crying about, I got so much stuff to do. Well, guess what? If I stayed off Facebook, I wouldn't be strapped for time. Things may not go very quickly for you this week, but guess what? Have some patience. Have some patience. You need to have some patience this week. Okay? Baby, if it doesn't come quickly, it's okay. Just know it's coming. What you're thinking about and what you're feeling about is going to tell you what's coming. What you see on your mind's camera, on that big screen up there, oh yeah, that's coming. So if you want something, see it coming. Open yourself up to receive it, okay? But be patient. It may not be this week. I tell people all the time, persistence wins. You want to win? Never give up. Hang in there. You're powerful enough to do so. All right? And the other thing when it comes to manifesting what you desire is you have to trust the wisdom of the universe. Do you trust it? You need to trust it. Okay? That's where patience comes in. Hey, I'm not worried about a thing. I've learned. I'm almost 42 and I am learning. All I do is wait stuff out and I get everything I want. That's how it works. Let's be patient. Okay? And enjoy the journey. Keep is saying that there will be wisdom coming from that place within you, the divine wisdom within you. The key is, are you looking for a lion's roar, or are you missing the whisper? See, that's why we need to be quiet, because God is talking to you. The great mother, she is talking to you. But you may be listening for a lion's roar. Might be talking a little bit too much sound on in your environment that you can't hear it. All right? The strongest wisdom I get oftentimes comes when I am quiet and I'm like, what was that? And I hear, and then I get quiet again and I let it replay. Write that thing down. I'm telling you, that's some power. Kind of going back to Sekert. I connect the energy of Sekert with the energy of Oya. Yeah, you see my face. Okay, Oya is out of the Yoruba culture, the spiritual system called Ifa. Now, Oya is the crone. I used to be so afraid of Oya, but now I don't worry about it. When Oya comes, it's like, you know what? Yeah, some things need to change. Oya signifies death, okay? Old people are important this week. Okay, you need to listen to some of these old people. Not all of them make sense, but you know which ones make sense. Just take heed. Old folks will be speaking this week. We need to pay attention to the elders. But, death is something that people get a little afraid of. Sometimes we just need to let some stuff go, okay? You might need to really look at what you need to let go of. And we all know, Tyrola Famous talking about Facebook. I'll never let it go fully as long as it makes me some money, and I'm just being real. I make money on Facebook. But I do need to let go of the socializing. I don't need to socialize all the time. I need to be quiet and socialize with myself. Homeschool my kids, get some stuff done. But that's just me. Anyway, what do you need to let go of? And for some of you and me, I don't know who, radical change. Oh, man. Radical change at times it's no fun. When I talk about radical change, I mean you blink and dang, your world is turned topsy-turvy. Whirlwind experience. It's a part of what happens. I've also studied the energy of Kali, out of the Kush tradition or Hindu tradition. And what I have learned is that this powerful, it's old energy, the wisdom of it's the energy of the old woman, the crone, is so powerful because her thing is, or this energy's thing is, I'm so desirous of you being fully who you are that I'm willing to rip away anything from you that is keeping you from going there. The mama energy is going to love you, baby. Let me work with you. Come on, baby. Mm-hmm. And then we have the energy of the maiden. And, sometimes the maiden energy is a little idealistic. We're going to get through this. Everything's going to work out, even though we need to do something. The maiden energy may just not be there. It may not be strong enough to move. And the mothering energy can nurture some of us to where we need to be. But when that doesn't work, because the wisdom of the divine in you will never give up on you, the energy of the crone will come through and will rip it away. It just in a flash, it's gone. Whatever it was, a relationship, a job, or whatever it is, just rip it away. And you feel like, I am not going to make it through this. But you know what? On the other side of that thing is gloriousness. I've been there. And I know what it's like. It feels terrible. But when you get to the other side, if you don't let it kill you, if you allow it to do what it's supposed to do, you will get to that other side. And you will bless it. You will bless that experience. You will give thanks that you let go of that which you don't need. And the crazy thing is this. You are given opportunity. We are given opportunity after opportunity to let it go. Normally, we know what we need to let go of, and we don't do it. So I tell everybody, prune yourself so Oya doesn't. For those of y'all that speak a more general way or a different way, prune yourself so that God doesn't do it. People talk about God spanked me. Hey, sometimes we need a spanking because we are so steeped in our physical consciousness that we're just doing stuff that just makes no sense. Totally blocking us from knowing the wonder and glory of who we are. And then we're not living out our purposes. We're not living out our destinies. And so the divine, however you know it, it has to just do whatever it has to do to get you there. Isn't that a blessing? Isn't that wonderful? That we are so important that something will be ripped from us, just like a little baby. They're playing with a knife. First thing you do is you go and you do everything you can. All right, give mommy the knife, please. Hand it to mommy, because you don't want any quick moves, right? Hey, baby might cut somebody, poke the baby, oh my God. And then when you see, oh, I got the right angle, bam, you grab that baby's hand and you squeeze the hand because you want to control it, because we do not want to be stabbed by baby with knife. And the baby will eventually be like, oh, she is crazy, and start losing the grip because you're just really holding that little arm, and you take that knife from that baby. You will do anything you need to keep that little baby from hurting himself or herself with that knife. Well, the divine is the same way about you. And you have a divine presence within you that came here just for you. And that part of you will do whatever it takes. It will try to be nice and speak nicely and get you to understand when you're doing what you don't need to do. But if you don't listen, that part of you, it'll raise the ante. It'll go all full out just for you, so you can be your full, wonderful, divine self in a body. Woo! Just had to share that word with you all this day. Maybe I'll have a little bit more later. I just feel like I've said enough for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. It does me good to share. I thank y'all for listening to my little extra ponderings about myself. But many blessings be upon you this week. And I actually hope that some of you chime in and let me know how this week has been for you. Okay? Take care. Peace and love.